Hey, good morning. It's garden time with Janet, and I just wanted to go over what happened in this corn row. You know, I did a video when we planted the corn, and I talked about my reasoning for, I dig holes, and I put the really good soil in the hole and just put one corn seed in there so that the corn will have a lot of nutrients and go straight up. And it did. And also around it, and thank you, Steve, for videotaping. My friend Steve is here. Over here, I want you to look down here, Steve. What we did was we put down this sustainable material that was packing in, that you get, when you're buying some organic food. It comes in this packing, and I wanted to try it out to see if I could keep the seeds and the weeds down and all that, and it worked pretty good. You can see over here, this corn, there's a weed there, so I'm going to pull that out where the hole was, but it pretty much kept the weeds down. And the only thing that looks like weeds is the grass between had not been mowed, so it was lying down over the material. But the material really worked well. And my philosophy is not to cultivate with a plow because it just tears up your worms. And the worms are where are making them beautiful soil. So that's why I just dig holes so that I can develop the worms. Now, I just pulled a giant weed out of this hole, and it was filled with worms, and that's the idea. And today, I'm going to be putting more black soil in this hole for next year. And this one, okay, this corn here is completely dead, right? There's nothing happened. So today, I'm out here in the rain pulling it out. Look how easy that was. Why? Because it's raining, it's soaking wet. You try to do any kind of weeding or in the heat or with dry soil, you'll be spending all your time digging things up with a shovel. But this I can do with my hands. So look at that rich soil we have down below. And that's going to be beautiful, and I'm going to add more to it. So all the rest of this, here's the other thing I want you to know. Any kind of weeds like this, see the seeds on the weeds right here? We don't want to put that into the top of a compost pile. The only way you can make this into compost is if you dig a hole, put it in a hole, cover it with dirt. Then it will become compost. But if you just throw it on top of a pile of weeds, then you're basically planting weed seeds directly into your compost, and you're going to have a ton of weeds the next year. But if you bury it deep, it will never germinate. The seeds will go to compost. So just a little note on that. You saw me pull this out, and I sat there, I just hit it like this, get all that soil out of it. So now it's just down to the root. But I just want you to get an idea. This is what's called the root ball. And most plants, create a ball. And so this is a perfect example of what we're looking for. So when I'm digging a hole, I only need a hole that will fit that root ball, and the dirt nurtures just the roots. As we feed the roots, that's going to make a difference on the plant. So that's one of the things I wanted to show you today. But I'm pretty happy with this material, because it really did keep most of the weeds away from the root ball. See, this weed is really from over there. It's not here. So I think I'll use this again next year. But thanks for watching. I've got more.